Alright, so obviously you guys have seen these before. Horror stories on Craigslist. But no, these are just kind of computers that are either older or overpriced or just bad posts in general. But we're gonna start with something not too bad. It's a custom gaming PC. Click for details, $500. And he says prefer games like Fortnite, Warframe, Minecraft, Counter Strike, League of Legends. Can answer any questions. See more pictures for details. It's an 8320 8-core chip. I believe that is 3.2 gigahertz out of the box. GTX 760, so nothing crazy. About maybe about a 950 roughly in performance. So perfectly acceptable for the games that he mentions. 8 gigs of RAM again, perfect. 600 watt power supply. That's fine for the parts he has. The case, it's an okay case. Has a side panel window. It's okay. And blue and purple fans and a CD drive. Doesn't come with a hard drive, but he is open to counter offers. So is it overpriced? Yeah. Um, Other than that, I don't see that much of an issue. Except he has no IO shield, but other than that, a couple $100 overpriced. The other guy on offer, maybe it's if he accepts 350 or 325, that's a perfectly acceptable system. So now, gaming PC and monitor, $800. So his Beef 250 board, a GTX 1050 Ti, 8 gigs of RAM, an i5 7500, a 3 terabyte hard drive, and an EVGA 450 watt power supply, an S340, and what appears to be just a 24-inch HD monitor. Um, it, I'm gonna say this is a little overpriced. Let's see if I price this out, maybe 75 on the board, 150 on the GTX 1050 Ti, 225, 3, 450, 525, 6. You could probably build this new for about $700. Um, but I'm not gonna like say anything about the guy's build. The build, I mean, itself looks just fine. I mean, he cable managed as best as he can with a smaller board. Um, yeah, I don't think I could have did anything better in all honesty. Maybe, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, maybe fix the RAM. Maybe get a two by four kit. He is. You know what though? Yeah, I give this guy a little credit. I mean, it doesn't look pretty, but I mean, it's built. I mean, that's where I'd put the RAM probably. I mean, because it should be the second slot and the fourth slot. He only has one, so he probably just decided to put it in the fourth. Um, it's a little overpriced. You could build the exact same system for $50 less and get everything new. This one is yeah. So he has a FX 6300, 8 gigs of RAM, GTX 660, a 1 terabyte hard drive. He wants 750 for it, and it comes with two. Looks like 22-inch monitors. I don't know about this microphone, but I can't. I mean, the keyboard's. Eh, it's a. I mean, I don't know how much that microphone goes for. Let's. Oh, $50. Okay, so not nothing crazy. Okay, um, is this is definitely overpriced. Assuming each one of those monitors are maybe $75. This guy might be asking 350 extra dollars that the computer's worth. I mean, the pictures are okay, but doesn't really show much. The case doesn't have a side panel, so you really can't show off the inside at all. So I don't blame him for that. But 750, it's just you could build like a 750. You can get a 1050 Ti and a decent Ryzen system, or even like newer i5 system for that. So the fact that he's asking 750 is just yeah, that's pretty bad. And these are going from like not bad to bad. So I figured this was one of the ones that are not that bad because he's only overpricing it by $300. So let's go to the next one. Gaming PC 2400. And I started off, I said, maybe, it's a little overpriced, but maybe, maybe it's worth it. So I went through the specs. Z270 board. It's a nice board. Okay. Corsair RGB mouse, pad, RGB mouse, headset. Corsair Vengeance. I mean, it's a nice looking build overall. 7700, 750 watt power supply. Uh, let's see, 500 gigabyte SSD, 1 terabyte hard drive, two 27-inch monitors, the monitor mount Elgato, and the desk. Read less, read less. Pictures are not the best, but if you noticed, he's asking 2400, which for a high-end system, based around the 7700, is quite a bit extra. I would probably say at least $400 or $500 over what you should be asking for a system, and all the extras, of course. But then I realized he doesn't mention the GPU, and that's because he doesn't have a GPU. If you look at the picture, there's no GPU. So he's selling a 7700 CP or computer as a gaming PC for 2400. And he doesn't mention that there's no GPU either. So I'm not sure what he's doing. But with no GPU, this is probably $1,000 over what it should be. You could probably buy this all new for 1400. Yeah, you knew it was gonna get here. Brand new full streaming setup, 4500. He has an H700 I case, an 8700K, Z370 board, 1080 Ti, 32 gigs of RAM, Kraken 62. He has the specs here. Like, I'm not. The computer's fine. The computer's a great computer. Yeah, it's gonna run whatever you want. The problem is he's asking $4,500. Now, there's a couple things I'm not sure about, so let's go ahead and see how much this is. And this is. Is that the microphone? Yeah, okay, so the microphone's $100. The audio mixer maybe is expensive, so let's check that out. I don't wanna say never mind. That's not really expensive either. Okay. So what's he asking them money for? I mean, this might be only $2,000 worth of stuff. Maybe. Huh, I guess that monitor is actually kind of nice. Maybe 2,300 then, maybe? So he's asking almost double the price? Like, that's ridiculous. Runs every game max at ease. Yeah, okay. He's going to... That's accurate. I mean, yeah, I have no problem with this except for the fact that he's asking, twice what this computer is worth. Although it was a very nice system, so I'm not gonna hit him too hard for the system itself. Just the $4,500 price tag. So $2,000 over, and that is not the worst system. Oof. AMD Complete Gaming computer, 8 core, 5 gigahertz, water cooled, 800. Um, yeah, that's it. 800 for an FX based system. Um, yeah, not pretty. But let's see, 9370. That's about maybe $75 at this point. H110i, another $60. The motherboard, maybe another $40, $50. 16 gigs of RAM. And for DDR3, you're maybe looking at $100, maybe. Chaser, I don't know about the case, but I mean, it has a side panel, but I'm gonna say maybe $30. The SSDs, I'm gonna give them credit on that one, but they're both just SATA, so maybe 125 and 125. 1,000 watt power supply. And then the GPU appears to be an R9 390, but the problem is he's not actually throwing that in. He says $800 for the entire setup. For 200 more, I'll throw in the MSI R9 390 just for the entire experience. Don't bother offering less, as I will use the case, liquid cooler, PSU, and hard drives to save 600 alone. So he says the case, the cooler, the PSU, and the hard drive is 600. The case, the cooler, the power supplies, and the hard drives is maybe 300, maybe. But no, it gets worse. So he says putting my gaming computer build up for sale as it's time to build another computer. Well, this one was probably built a couple like 6, 7 years ago. So yeah, it's about that time. Computer is 2 years old. Okay, and pushes over 60 FPS at 1440 widescreen to an Acer 32-inch Predator on max settings for all current games. Destiny 2, Overwatch, Black Ops 4, Fallout 76. No. No, that's just not true. Like I play 1440p Black Ops 4 with my 1080 Ti and 1700X, and it's at 60 to 70% usage on all max settings. So no, no, he's not. He's not playing at 1440p widescreen, ultra wide, with max settings with a 390 and an FX processor. That's just not happening. It's a bold faced lie, and he's trying to scam someone. So you know what? I'll go ahead and throw this. Yeah, I'm going to. Yeah, Jay. At there's his phone number. You know what? I don't care. I'll put it out there because I didn't put any other people's information out there, but Jay, I will. Because I mean, selling an old system for more than it's worth while lying to the person is just ah. So you know what? Yeah, screw you, Jay. You're never gonna sell your system, and you don't deserve to build systems. So that's what I got to say to you. Anyways, yeah. Hopefully, you guys got a little kick out of these systems. I'm sure all of you guys are builders and you know your prices and and go ahead and if you could pause the video on each system and just read through them. A lot of them are just overpriced, but this one was one that really. This is the reason I made this video because this post just got to me. But if you have any comments or any questions or just want to say something about the systems, go ahead and throw it down in the comments and throw me a subscribe just so I know that you guys are watching. And thanks, and see you in the next one.